You're gonna love how soft and easy these little vanilla and strawberry cookies are to make. And the best part is you don't even need a mold to get this perfect shape. They're a fantastic quick dessert to brighten up any dessert table. Stick around because I'll walk you through this beginner-friendly recipe step by step. We're going to start off in a large bowl with half a cup, or 113 grams, of unsalted room temperature butter. Then, go ahead and sift half a cup, or 65 grams, of powdered sugar right over the top. We want to get rid of all those little lumps. Next, let's add 1 teaspoon, or 5 grams, of vanilla extract. Grab a hand mixer and beat this until it gets nice and creamy and turns a beautiful light color. Look at how smooth that texture is. Now add 1 room temperature egg. The one I'm using here weighs about 50 grams. Let's give it another quick mix just until the egg is fully incorporated. After that, we'll add 1 1/3 cups, or 160 grams of all-purpose flour that's already been tossed with a pinch of salt. I find it much easier to mix this in 3 separate additions. Just use a cutting motion with your spatula and make sure to scrape the bottom of the bowl. This way, it helps incorporate the flour so much better without overworking it. By the way, you really don't want to overmix this dough. We just want to stir gently until everything comes together into a thick, creamy dough. If your egg happens to be on the larger side, you can add 1 or 2 tablespoons of extra flour. We need this dough to be a bit thick so it holds its shape later on. Next, let's transfer the dough into a sturdy piping bag. Since the dough is on the thicker side, you'll want a strong bag so it doesn't rip. Cut the tip to create an opening of about 1/2 inch, or 1 centimeter. For this recipe, I'm using a large baking sheet lined with parchment paper. A great little trick is to dab a tiny bit of butter onto the 4 corners of the pan to stick the paper down. That keeps it from sliding around while we shape our cookies. Using the piping bag, we're going to pipe the dough in a spiral shape, moving from the inside out. Keep going until the discs are about 2 inches or 5 centimeters across. Make sure to leave some space between each cookie. If you need to, you can easily clean up the edge where you finished piping with the back of a spoon to give it a nice, round look. In a small bowl, add 1/3 cup, or 95 grams, of strawberry jam. The jam I'm using has some chunks of fruit in it, so I'm going to run an immersion blender through it until it's completely smooth. If your jam is already smooth, you can skip this step and use it right away. Now, transfer the jam into a small piping bag with a tiny cut at the tip. This is exactly why we can't have any fruit chunks. Those little pieces will clog up your piping bag instantly. Let's pipe the strawberry jam right on top of each cookie, following the exact spiral design we made with the dough. Each cookie gets a beautiful strawberry spiral on top for decoration, and it adds an amazing pop of flavor to our vanilla cookies. Now for a crucial step. We need to pop the pan into the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. Once everything is chilled, they go straight into an oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake them for 12 to 15 minutes, or until the bottoms are lightly golden. Once they're out, let them cool for about 5 minutes right on the baking sheet so they set up a bit. Then, slide a spatula underneath to lift them off the parchment paper and move them over to a wire rack to cool down completely to room temperature. These cookies store beautifully in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 1 week. If you enjoyed this super easy cookie recipe, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more simple dessert ideas. See you next time.